Hello. Hello, friends. How are we today? I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. So if anybody wants to go over to YouTube and say something, don't dox yourself, by the way. A lot of people don't have like a business YouTube, so they'll just go over there and their whole name will just appear. Yeah, we're doing a cheeky bit of multi-streaming today. I got some new RAM today, some extra RAM, I should say. So we're testing it out, giving it a little run. So far, so good. I mean, normally it would break after about 2 hours, but we'll see. And testing 1, 2. No, I can see you. I can see you in the multi-stream chats. The problem is when it gets to this point, we've filled up the whole page. Now it might not start to cycle, but I can see Nom. Yes, if anybody else wants to go over and say hello on YouTube, you're more than welcome to. Dave, welcome. Nom, welcome. Mello was first. Zaya, welcome. How are you all doing today? Combined chat too. Yes. Now I believe the OBS one is better, but yeah, there is a combined chat. Oh, you can see it there as well, can't you? Yeah, it's a shame you don't have the little symbols beside it. But yes, Volcana has I think a website that allows you to do that. So that is good. That is good. I'm very happy about that. So yeah, if we get any new people, you never know. Over the next couple of months, we might meet some new people from YouTube that may pop in, say hello. Not Twitch, YouTube icons. Yeah. That would be great. I think there are places to do it though, because Volcana has that on Volcana's stream. I think with Twitch and Kick rather than Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, multi-streaming is something I've always done. I've had to stop about 6 weeks ago because the servers were just being weird. But I'm hoping my having more RAM will help as well. Will help the situation. Dave, how was your day? Zaya, how was your day? Nom, how was your day? I know how your day was, Nom. A tired one, I imagine. Mello, how was your day? I hope everybody's okay, surviving. Maybe the new year is treating you well. Okay, yeah, no worries. Excuse me. No worries at all, Zaya. That would be bad. We'll be catching some major Z's soon. Nice. Long been waiting for job to call. Unfortunately, I can only see the words, which is very annoying. I might have to think about how to fix that. But hello, Miss Mello, over in the world of YouTube. Hello, I'm here. Hello. Our nicknames and legal last name. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um, Last night I was making some YouTube shorts. Actually, had a good time doing it. I think it was about 4 a.m. and I made I think 4 YouTube shorts, all from the Stanley Parable. Hand pink wavy. I knew which one it was. I just couldn't see it. I made 4 clips from the Stanley Parable, turned them into YouTube Shorts, and between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m., I got 6,000 views for these shorts across the 4 of them. So I was very happy about that. Yeah, if anybody wants to go over and check out those shorts, please do. Sam, welcome in. Mitch, welcome. About to start therapy, but I'll leave a look. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah, Sam, we're on YouTube and Twitch today. So make sure not to dox yourself, even though your Twitch name pretty much doxes you anyway. No worries. Abby, hello. Hello. We are multi-streaming today, Abby. We're here and on YouTube. So if anybody wants to pester me on YouTube, the chat is this chat here. Wait a minute, this chat here. It's showing YouTube and Twitch comments as well, which is nice. How was your day, Abby? I hope it was lovely. What have you been up to? Has anybody eaten any good food today? I ask because I have not. I'm looking forward to having a Thai green curry after this. I'm quite into my Thai green curries at the moment, apparently. So, Well, is better than bad, I would say. Maybe I'm wrong. That sounds like an okay day. Maybe a dull, uneventful day. But better than bad. Right, should we jump over here? Oh, it's all good. Might as well call myself Samuel. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Right, let me go over here. If we get visited by anybody on YouTube that's new, that we don't know, I might go back to that screen so you can see them. You can welcome them. You can beckon them over here like sirens. You can do your siren song to bring them over to Twitch. We're 17 followers away from 1,000. 17 followers away. That's not much. Not much at all. And leftover Manchurian tofu and veggies. I'm going to need to take a look a bit later what Manchurian tofu is, but it sounds very interesting. Very interesting indeed. I've not had much luck with tofu. So any new way to try it, I'd be very happy to give it a go. Right, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Your favorite time of day. It is my favorite time of day, game. How did you know? Or could you simply not resist giving me the correct time again? Both, actually. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correctly. Okay, now I'm curious how accurate 6 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. Totally accurate. You know, can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. Oh God. I wish we had more sliders, but we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a couple of new ones up. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game. Look at that. Something to look forward to. A unicorn steak seasoned with beef soles. Nice. It's nice, very nice. You're still ill, Sam. Because you were only just getting ill the last time. So is it getting worse? Is it a situation where it's going to get worse before it gets better? The Stanley Parable 2. Begin the game. Now this is the problem we encounter.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Now this is the problem we encounter with the multi-stream chat. It's not scrolling. I can see you. If anybody is talking to me on YouTube, I'll be able to see you as well, but it's not scrolling. So step one's comment is the last one I can see. Abby, all I can say, Abby, I hope you're listening to me. All I can say is that we all love you. We'll appreciate you. And yeah, whatever you need from us, we will give it to you. We see you. We value you. We appreciate you. If you just need to lurk today, you want to be horizontal, having a little nap, do whatever's needed. We appreciate the fuck out of you. You're a key part of this community. Yeah, it's not scrolling. It's not scrolling. Face, red heart, shape. I wish the emotes would actually appear. I have to think about how to do that. I'm going to talk to Volcana. Volcana's got a much better version of the multi-stream chat that appears like actually on her stream. Okay, I'm here maybe. Well, good start. I think it's at the peak. I think it's at the peak right now. It's not the worst, but it's annoying, especially because I've been trying to study. Yes, I can imagine. I think I have a ghost in my keyboard. Just going to spam them now because there it is. Fuchsia poop. Just chicken nuggets. Dog is going insane beside me because he wants some. I'm doing my impression about Cartman. Right, I'm going to have to go back over just to the Twitch chat. Just remember, you technically cannot mix chats on screen. It's against Twitch multi-stream TOS. Is it? Because I know a lot of people that do it, including partners that do it. You can't mix the chat because of TOS. How long has that rule been in existence? Is it a new one or is it an old one? Because I know people that get like up to about 700 viewers that have their chats mixed. So I might need to do some research on that. Clear separation since they allowed multi-stream. So I'm allowed to multi-stream, but I can't mix the chats. Okay. Well, at least if I was... So the only problem I would run into, step one, is if I was here, where the chat can be seen. So this is the only place I would run into any issues, because I don't currently have a chat on my other scenes. Okay. We'll have to look into it. Oh, no, I appreciate you looking out for me. Step one, I appreciate it. It's just, yeah... I guess ultimately you guys don't need to see what's being said on YouTube. I do. But yeah, it would have been nice for you to be able to meet kind of new. It's like a multiverse situation, you know. A portal appears, and you see a hand reaching through, and you can shake it or you can give it a high five. Yeah, okay. Anyway, how are you today, Step One?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
We're in the
number
Stanley Parable 2
427.
now, the sequel.
Employee number 427
The squeakquel.
was simple. He sat at
Is
his
the game a
desk
good
at
volume for everybody?
427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Thank you to Indie
Orders
Glowstick
came
for the
to him
follow,
through
by
a
the way.
monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly.
Hey, hi, hello.
And Stanley.
I've got Mellow on YouTube and I've got Step One on Twitch.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even
Those
say
balloons that we
goodbye.
picked yesterday.
Never in all his years at the company
All over the
had
place.
this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Metal Crazy, hello friend, how are you doing today? It was lovely to watch you play a little bit of Lies of P. I'm sorry I couldn't stay for long, but yeah, it was nice to be there. How are you? How are you finding the game? Right, let's go. Yeah, we're playing a bit more Stanley Parable today. We're playing Stanley Parable 2 is what the game is now referring to itself as, the sequel. We are multi-streaming on Twitch and YouTube, but I'm just telling everybody on YouTube, I'm switching over to just the Twitch chat because it won't scroll. This is the problem I've always had with the multi-stream chat. It will not scroll. So what I could do, shall we really test out the new RAM? Shall we do it, guys? Shall we really give it a good test? My new RAM capabilities. Let's do it. Let's go onto YouTube. Let's go onto my actual YouTube stream. And let's do a pop-out chat. Should we do that? Trucker Dave. It's him, the guy. YouTube is slower. Hello, Trucker Dave. 1 second. 1 second. Let me just get the pop-out chat. So at least if people do talk to me on YouTube, I can see it now. I'm going to put one chat beside. This is what I used to do. Hello, welcome in, Riddy. Good to see you, friend. This is what I used to do. If you could see it now, Streamlabs is on 3/4 of the page, and the Twitch pop-out chat is on 1/4 of the page, or maybe 1/5 of the page. So I can now see everything that YouTube is saying and Twitch is saying. Okay? Mello, I can see your hands and I can see your poops as well. I can see your poops. You must consume a lot of fiber. It's him, the guy. YouTube is slower. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. YouTube is a little bit slower. But yeah, we've in the past, one of the reasons I like multi-streaming is that we can we meet new people on YouTube because some people don't, have Twitch. We've met people on YouTube. We've coaxed them over to Twitch, which is nice. I tried the demo and that helped me understanding how the game works because the final boss of the demo destroyed me a lot. And now I beat it in 4 tries. Nice. So the first boss, that gave me some problems. Oh, I'm being given hearts on YouTube. Whoever's giving me hearts, I appreciate it. Intel, welcome in. I'll let you know as well, Intel, we are multi-streaming today. I got my RAM upgraded. So hopefully we can multi-stream now with more success because I think the RAM might have been one of the issues. So yeah, if anybody, don't dox yourselves, but if anybody wants to go over to YouTube and say hello also. Can you see me? Is my YouTube settings making chat not go through? Sam, I can see you. I can see you indeed. Yes, I can see Miss Mello, Sam. I can see Trucker Dave. Yeah, and Nom as well. Testing 1, 2. So yeah, this is what I've always done. But for the last couple of months, I've not been able to because of various issues. But now we're going to be hopefully... Yeah, today is a test, basically. We're seeing how my new RAM copes with it. And hopefully, yeah, it's something we'll be sticking to forever. Right, resume the game. Intel, how are you, friend? Good
All
to
of his
see you.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And now, Mello, and now it is I. Now it is I, Mello, who is doing the ramming. Twice as hard as normal as well. I can see lots of hearts. I can see lots of celebrations, smiley faces. Oh, is that a smiley face or like a weird looking face? I don't even know. Yeah, thank you. And hundreds. Thank you for the hundreds. Whoever's dropping these in, I appreciate you. Oh, and yes, one more time to the people on YouTube. I did drop in 4 YouTube shorts last night. I got 6,000 views combined. If anybody wants to give them some, thumbs up, comments on them, it will help the algorithm, and I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, right, here we go. So should we take the bucket with us this time or not? Maybe we should leave the bucket. I feel like it's my safety blanket, and I've taken it away. Okay, yeah. Well, yeah, do you know what? There are quite a few singers from that part of the world with that surname. So yeah, I thought you said take the fuck it with it.
When Stanley came to a set of
We don't have the fuck it with us this
he
time,
entered
Mello.
the door on his left.
Yes, we don't have our. You know when people go on planes, they have like an emergency support kestrel or some weird fucking animal that they take with them. We have our emergency support. Auto clicker is tight. What is that? Are you, for the hearts and things on YouTube? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, we've got our emotional support bucket, but we've left it. We've left it behind. We're trying to be brave today. Yeah, it's quite fun. It's quite fun, actually. I think you can raid on YouTube, and you can get like gift subs on YouTube as well. But I've not really looked into it, obviously. Right, let's go this way. If anybody's got any suggestions for what they, not very, no. Well, I think maybe we're feeling brave. Yeah, maybe today we're feeling brave and we don't need the emotional support buckets. Oh, yes, we know where 2 of these are, don't we? So one of them is by our, on the way to see the manager, I think.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss.
Volcana, how are you? How are you, friend? Good to see you. We're streaming on YouTube and we're streaming on Twitch today. So don't dox yourself, but if you want to go and drop me some... We've got Nom, Mello, and Sam are talking to me on YouTube. And we've got Intel and Dave talking to me on Twitch. It's great. The bucket is a life partner and lover. It's a great lover. It is a great lover.
His office.
Can confirm. But we're deciding to be brave today. It's our emotional support bucket, and we thought we'd try a little excursion without it. Only the best lover, Volcana. Are you talking about? Are we still talking about the bucket, Volcana? Riddy? Oh, I see. You're in multiple places once. Hello, Riddy. Hello, friend. Yes, this is multi-streaming. Something I love to do. Abby, thank you. Thank you, Abby. We're actually very close to 300 followers on YouTube. Nearly 300. I mean, I wouldn't know. I'm good, thanks. Just been chilling. Started a new game. Hope all is well with you. Doing pretty well. We got small RAM today. So I feel more confident now doing multi-streaming again because our RAM is a bit better. But you never know. It might explode. It might collapse. It might break. So this is very much a test run.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded
He's
the
everywhere
terrible truth
and
that his
nowhere
boss
all at
had
the
been
same time.
keeping
This is like you having a conversation with yourself, Volcano. I love it. And there it is, Abby. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate you.
I don't want them to know.
I appreciate you, friend. And Abby, that's where all my VODs live as well. So if you ever need to,
PIN number.
relive some of the good times.
But of course, Stanley couldn't. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
So Intel, I think if I remember correctly, this is where we spotted that collectible yesterday. So really what I've done, I will explain that. I think when I get OBS, I'll be able to have one good mixed chat. but the Streamlabs mixed chat is not very good. So what I've currently got on 4/5 of my screen is Streamlabs, where I've got all my normal Streamlabs stuff. But on the final fifth of the screen is a pop-out YouTube chat that I've pushed way in the corner, which lines up perfectly side by side with the Twitch chat. Back when I was experimenting with Kick as well, I had YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I multi-streamed to 3 different platforms at the same time. It was quite intense, actually, because was having people talking to me from all sides. Abby, I've got bad news for you. I've got very bad news for you. The poll, which is on top of the chat right now, Detroit Become Human is in last place, Abby. I'm so sorry. It is in dead last. If anybody else wants to vote in it, please do. But Detroit Become Human is dead last. Here it is. Intel, this is the one we spotted yesterday.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands?
Mini stands, I like that.
Figs. What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines,
yes,
that's the one.
That. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Considering we call him Staniel, yeah, the Stanlerine feels quite right, actually. Feels good. We will be playing a little bit of a Power Wash Simulator as well. But tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, I will start to put poll winners into action from the poll we've got currently running.
He felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Right. Oh God, sparks behind me.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Now, I want to know, is there a way of solving the mind control facility? I feel like there should be. I feel like there are certain buttons we can press in the right order that will give us an ending here.
Packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Is there any clue as to which buttons we should be pressing in the right order? This is Dave from the future. Don't press the B button. I can't guarantee that, Dave. I tend to do the opposite of what people tell me to do.
Employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers, the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Abby, when I do next play Detroit Become Human, I think you should be in a voice chat with me. What do you think? What do you think?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions
of course I do, Abby. You'd be putting up with me, not the other way around.
No.
Let's go down.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Normally, Abby, I would say, if somebody said something like that, I would say, stop talking to my friend like that. Stop talking to my friend like that. That's what I would normally say.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life.
So we've pressed...
He would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So we've pressed the button on the left, we've pressed the button on the right. I want to try and get through that door over there. So we're going to press the... I can't remember which one's which, but we're going to do the countdown again. I'm going to see if I can get through that door somehow. But I think we've probably got to find like an order to do the things that they need us to do. Does that make sense?
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
I ended up spinning a game like Hotline Miami, but it's a roguelike. It's fun, but pretty difficult. Got over half the achievements, but I might spin again. Intel, what is the best you've ever done in one playthrough? Because I think we got like, when we were playing the Grinch, I think we got like 98% or something in the first playthrough. It was wild. In hopes to restore it, yes. John McLovin, welcome in, friend. How are you? Zaya, are you there? Was that somebody trying to sell me something, or somebody just being? I don't know. Let us know. 10 floors. I suck at it. Is that the name of the game? 10 floors. I've been researching multi-streaming, and I think I'm going to use the Caster Labs. Nice. Yes, I'm going to be using the Restream. What do you call it? Something. It's OBS as a Restream thing. So that's what I'll be using. It was a promo thing trying to sell you something. I thought it might have been.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need
Can
to
we get through this
understand,
door,
there's
chat?
only
What do we
so
think?
much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Yep.
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's see.
Oh, was that what you just spun? 10 floors. Was that the new one you just spun? John, how are you? Welcome in. Happy New Year. How are you doing today? I appreciate you, friend. Thanks for stopping in. That was the new one you spun. Oh, I was confused.
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stan?
Oh, I saw somebody play that
More
today.
time to shine. You
Right,
are the
5.
star.
Does that
It's
mean I've got to
your
press
story
button number
now.
5?
Shape it
Where's
to
number
your
5?
heart's desires. Oh, this is much better
Oh
than
yeah, I
what
can't go
had
through
in
this
mind.
door, can I?
What a
Yeah,
shame
he
we have
shuts
so
the
little
door like a
time
son of a
left to
bitch.
enjoy it. Mere moments until the
Where's
bomb
number
goes
5?
off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Oh, here it is.
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going.
What about
What all
now?
this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
Oh, it still
You'd
says
like to know
5.
where your co-workers are.
Okay.
A
I
moment
mean, it's a
of
green
solace before
5,
you're
in
obliterated.
fairness. There's
All
3.
right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely
It's all
in this
disabled.
instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it,
Yeah,
I simply
5.
let
Where
you
is-
sit
oh,
there
so I
in your
pressed
office
5, nothing
forever, pushing
happened.
buttons endlessly and
Press
then
the green
dying
button,
alone.
nothing happened.
Other times, I let the office sink into the
Oh,
ground,
that one's got a number on.
swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn
Oh,
to a
maybe some of
crisp.
these have got numbers
I
on.
have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
Yeah, I'm
will
gonna
be
need to figure
even
this out.
better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the
Enable
clock
backup
while
power
I'm
to
on.
activate.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Charge.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or
True,
what you're
yes,
supposed
I
to
have
be
no
doing
idea where
right
I'm going.
now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
Something in this room is capable of turning it off.
Running from button
Incorrect.
to button, screen
Okay,
to
now it's
screen,
purple.
Clicking on every little thing in this room. These
Incorrect.
numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will save me.
What?
Why would you
Because
think
these
that,
are the same
Stanley?
colour.
That this video game can be beaten?
Incorrect.
Won, solved? Do you have any idea what
Yellow.
your purpose in this place is?
This is a yellow one.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Hmm.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away.
Incorrect.
You're only still playing instead of watching
Maybe
a
3
cutscene,
blues.
'cause I wanna
Maybe
watch
that's
you
what I've got to
for
do.
every moment that you're powerless. To
There aren't
see
blues
you
of that
made
kind of
humble.
colour though.
This is not a challenge.
This might take a bit.
It's
This might take a few
tragedy.
tries to
You
figure this
wanted to
out. I'm not going to do them all
control
today.
this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Dave, why did you bring it back? Did you just post that, Dave? Was that you? How was your weekend, Platt? Did you get pizza? No. They weren't delivering.
Clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Yeah.
No ending here.
We're going to need to figure this one out.
Being
Yeah, Dave, just leave that stuff in the trash. Seriously. No. Never bring that stuff back.
Another choice. Make it count.
No.
Or
We're dead.
It's
We're
all
dead.
the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your
We're dead.
inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say happily ever after.
There we go. Dead. Welcome in, Pulse. How are you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Great game. Yeah, this is my first time playing it, but I've seen many people play it in the past. So yeah, just having a little bit of an explore. Let me just catch up on chat. It's cool but hectic. Yeah, I think a few people are playing it in my my rotation today. Yeah, so Abby, what I normally do is I get a pepperoni pizza from a place called Papa Bianco and 2 cheesecakes. And the cheesecakes will last me through the whole week. But yeah, I think it was because it was like New Year's Eve or something, or New Year's Eve. They weren't delivering. They are very unreliable with delivery, but they're very good. And the last time I ordered from them, I got a pepperoni and a margarita and 1 cheesecake instead because their pizzas are very good. Very, very good. Pulse, Happy New Year. How are you doing? How are you doing? I hope you've had a lovely day. I hope 2024 has started off well for you. Yeah, tell us something about you, Pulse. Obviously, we bump into each other every now and again, but yeah, where are you from? What kind of games do you like to play? Yeah, tell us something about you. So sad. The pepperoni look delicious. Yeah, their margaritas are really good too. You get the normal cheese, and then you get some mozzarella on it, like some like basil leaves as well or something. It's really good. I get it with an aioli dip as well. So yeah, hopefully this weekend though. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Okay, should we go and get the other collectible?
Gone. What could it mean?
What's this?
Stanley decided to
Meeting
go to the
today.
meeting room. Perhaps
Happy New Year to you from the UK. I think I've had you followed for a while now. Not sure how many mutual streamers we know, but I've been meaning to catch you live. No worries at all. It's the way it always goes. We'll see each other a million times in a million other streams, or I will get raided into somebody's stream like 10 times without following. So yeah, I appreciate you being here. From the UK, I'm in the southeast. You don't have to dox yourself, but yeah, I'm down in the southeast. I too have seen Pulse about, yes. Always lurk on streams, so I tend to meet a lot of people without realizing, yes. Platt is no liar. What have I lied about? What have I lied about? Yes, I don't play D&D. I'd like to, but I don't. It's why I don't play Baldur's Gate 3, because it would mean nothing to me. It would be very confusing, I imagine. All right, resume the game.
Mr. Memo.
Should we bring Bucket with us this time?
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Another thrilling adventure, right. I quite missed the adventure line. You know, the adventure line had a good soundtrack when we walked along it. The adventure song, it was good.
And entered the door on his left.
A great introduction to D&D, but it won't be my introduction to D&D, but I respect if it's other people's. Yeah, I would get very frustrated very quickly, I think.
Calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And
right, we know where we're going.
The bucket turned out to be correct. Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left, to go back to the meeting room.
No, we're not going to the meeting room, no.
No,
Said the bucket.
What we're going to
don't
do
go to
is
the
do a
meeting
little
room.
cheeky
Go
jump down
somewhere
here
else.
because we think we
The
found
cargo
something
lift,
secret.
yes.
Georgie, hello, friend. How are you? Thank you for your gift the other day, Georgie. I did see it. I appreciate you. My husband couldn't really get into D&D when we had it done a couple of one-shots, but he's super into it now after BG3. Nice. Well, that's really good to hear. Man, I hear so much about this game. I really want to get it, but sadly I lack lifetime. Is that Baldur's Gate 3? Yeah, it seems like a real time sink, but in a good way, you know. Just a reminder, we do have a poll at the top of chat, and we are multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch today. So yes, we're back on the multi-streaming trek. This game is fantastic. Excited to see you play it. Nibbon, always a pleasure. How are you, friend? Good to see you.
Go there.
We're
to
going to
the
go down.
cargo
We've got a
lift.
little collectible. Can you see over there? That shiny thing? We're technically now into the sequel. I don't know what was part of Sale. Hello on YouTube and hello on Twitch. How are you, friend? Good to see you. We were raided last night. I don't know if you were anything to do with it, but Zoom Cakes raided us last night. So if you, I know there's a story there, but I hope, yeah, it may have been down to you. Nice, yeah. With the trucker job, it takes about 70 hours a week, and the doggo, I barely have time to game anymore. Do you have like a little switch or something in your in the truck? Something just to keep you occupied? There must be a few minutes here and there of downtime. You might need to get or maybe even get like an old Game Boy Color and get some of the Pokemon games out, you know. I'll DM it. So yeah, I figured there might be a story. You told me things last year, so yeah, I was just curious. Have a Switch. I play Star Ocean 2 Remake when I have Star Ocean 2 Remake. I think we got somebody else playing that in the community. I can't remember who it was. But that's come out quite recently, hasn't it? When I had downtime. Nice. I'm glad you were able to have a little bit of downtime. It must be quite an intense job, just focusing on the road for like hours at a time. I couldn't do it. Yeah, Nibbon, how are you? How's your day been? And Sale, how's your day been as well? Sale, did you see there's a little teaser for the next Dark Pictures anthology game? Went out a few days ago. Does anybody here play the Dark Pictures anthology games? I've played all 4 on stream, played Until Dawn on stream, played The Quarry on stream. Don't tell me that, mate. Yeah, it's very subtle. It's very small. No details. It's a short on YouTube, I think. Baldur's Gate 3 on Switch. Yeah. No, that's probably not going to happen. Back to work, unfortunately. Oh, Nibbon, I'm sorry. I am sorry. However, thank you for choosing to spend a little time with me. A cheeky little moment together. I appreciate it. Or any of those sorts of games at all worth it. Oh, I love them. I absolutely love them. What I'd like to do, guys, I'd really like to do a stream where we play a Dark Pictures anthology game and you make all the decisions. But I think what I've got to do is advertise it. Because there need to be about 20 people here. And you all need to be invested. And you all need to be using these. This is how we vote. This is how we vote on choices. So if you'd like to do it, I mean, I'd love to host it. But we tried to do one last week and there just wasn't the interest. Played it like an hour of House of Ashes. And it was me making all of the decisions. But if people would like to do it, I just think it'd be so much fun. But we'd have to after January 7th. Okay, cool. But yeah, I think I might make a little poster, advertise it in a few Discords if people wouldn't mind. Get people in, we'll solve it together. As there are multiple endings, you can save everyone, you can kill everyone. You can do all kinds of combinations of both. They're really good fun. And the 5th one is coming out this year, which I will be playing. I can tell you right now, I will be playing day and date of release. A usual day. I should be working at the moment. Yeah, no worries, Dave. I mean, if you can't even make the choices, maybe you can listen to us as a podcast. An unusual day, yeah. I got what you meant. But you can listen maybe in as a podcast. You can hear some of the game being played. You can hear some of the us debating what we think is the right choice. Just got in from work and I'm just about to cook dinner. What are you cooking, Sale? I know you're a good cook. Sale used to do cooking streams, everybody. I think he could get back into them one day. Doing a lot better in general too. Got prescribed medical. Oh, really? Oh, Sale, that is very good news. Very happy to hear that. Darth as well. Do you know what? Can I just take this moment? We got a fucking load of people in here right now. Thank you all for being here. You know I love streaming. You know I love this. And I would stream to nobody. I always say that. It's the absolute truth. I've done it. Did it for many months at the beginning. But when so many people are in here and just we're having a good time together, I fucking love it. I appreciate all of you. Cooking streams sound delicious. We do have 3 fat cooks as well. Sailor's UK based. I'm UK based. Pulse is UK based. And 3 fat cooks are also UK based. So Fridays, they do cooking streams, Pulse, if you'd be interested in giving them a follow. They're up in the northwest, I think. I'm down in the southeast. So we couldn't be any further apart, but I love their food. It's weird to see that when you're in a country where weed is legal. Yeah, I mean, here it's not legal, I think, in any way other than very few people get it medicinally. The engines are near end of maintenance now. Yeah, we need to have a big catch-up set, I think, a big catch-up. So count me in. Yes, if you're doing any cooking streams, really, you let us know. You can get it privately in the UK. Can you? Well, yeah. Privately down an alley somewhere. Mike, how are you doing, Mike? Lovely to see you, Mike. How was your New Year? Yeah, that's what a sale means by privately. Down some back alleyway in the middle of the night when it's pissing down with rain. No, okay, yeah. Yeah, do you know what, Sal? They've been doing tests on mushrooms. Have you seen that? They've been doing genuine tests with mushrooms, psychedelic mushrooms, on veterans, and they've been curing. I'm using the word curing their PTSD and their depression. I actually mean on private medical, yeah, seriously. So, and I think this was about 5 years ago. They were doing some tests with MDMA and ketamine, and they were curing things as well. Microdosing, Mello. Mello, do you want to know? This is one of my funniest stories. It's not funny, but it's so fucking lame. It's so funny. People in like in the UK, people that are like not middle class, maybe like middle to upper class, they do this thing called breeing, where and this is like adults. This isn't like kids like from school or something. This is like, adults. In like upper class adults, they will do something called breeing, where they will wrap a microdose of MDMA in brie. And then they'll have it. And that's their microdosing. I think it's called breeing, because they wrap it in brie. It's fucking ridiculous, but oh my God, so funny. Makes me laugh every time I think about it. At the low cost of a wallet and 3 quick stabs, I think so, yeah. At least if I was down that alleyway, because my knee is so bad I couldn't run away, Dave. Doing great, thank you. It was good, thanks, Mike. Always lovely to see you, Mike. You're always welcome here. We're doing some Stanley Parable today. It's basically been a bit of a just chatting stream, though, as we start out. Got so many lovely people here. Yeah, don't forget to vote in that poll. And I've still got some of the questions left over from the AMA that we did at the weekend. But what I think I might do is we might turn Friday into a second AMA. We'll finish off the questions on Friday. And if people come into the stream on Friday, you can ask me more questions for the AMA. We'll have the link back up. We're going to be doing Power Wash Sim on Friday, the Back to the Future pack. We're going to be cleaning the DeLorean, the Doc's van, I think the clock tower, and something else. So Friday we can have some Power Wash Sim Back to the Future edition and some AMA. I'm surprised you bike if your knees are bad. I mean, they're bad because I need to pack more muscle around the knees. I think that's what I've been told. Not here Friday. Oh, Mello. Oh, is this because of the wedding? Well, maybe we'll do a cheeky little bit on Thursday as well, if you're here for that. But yeah, anyway. Welcome, everybody. Seriously. As I said, I love my streaming. And yeah, I said this on New Year's Eve. Like, I had 2 goals. A month of where I hit a 20 average. A whole month where my average was 20, and we got that in December. We got 19 in September, though. And I hit 1,000 followers, and we got to 980 on New Year's Eve. So, yeah, it's been an amazing year, and I appreciate all of you. but don't work around me. I'm just whining. Mello, but we appreciate you, Mello. Chat, we appreciate Mello, don't we? Everybody loves Mello. We want to accommodate you as best we can. Right, I've got the bucket. Pulse, I want to just keep improving, keep being a better human being, keep being somebody that people want to watch, etc., etc., etc. Like I said on New Year's Eve, I've made some mistakes this year. I've lost some friends over these mistakes, but I want to, I want to learn from them. I just want to keep being the best me I can be, Right, so we fell down there last time. We're going to go this way. We're going to get this collectible. Oh, I keep forgetting. If I walk into them, I don't pick them up. I have to actually engage with them.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and
I like
figures.
Stanlerine.
What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
I mean, I'm a trophy hunter,
I'm sure it will
Staniel.
come to
It's
me.
my life. It's literally my life. I get very happy seeing these numbers go up. Can we get out of here, or are we going to have to drop to our death, do we think? What do we think? I think we're going to have to drop to our death. I mean, we've been in here before. I guess we could just go in here again. We get a weird little conversation in here. I appreciate you, Zaya. I really do. Should we check what's leading the polls at the moment? We have emo support bucket back. We do. Shall I check what's winning in the poll currently? So let's see. If you haven't voted in the poll, it's attached to the top of chat. Let's see who's been voting so far. We've got 18 people have voted. 18 people have voted. Right. This might end up being the final standings because, I mean, I don't know if anybody else can vote. I mean, 18 people. That's a lot of people. So in last place, Untitled Goose Game. In the second to last place was Power Wash Sim. Horizon Forbidden West, Ultra Hard Difficulty came next. Talos 2, attempting to finish the game, was in 4th place. Sorry, was in 5th place. In 4th place, an amazing run up the leaderboard, Detroit Become Human, in 4th place. In 3rd place, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. We need one more trophy to get that platinum. In 2nd place, The Stanley Parable. And in 1st place, currently, it still could change, but currently in 1st place is Lies of PP. So we will be going back to the Lies of PP. Different keyboard right now, I can't type. No worries. No, I'm pretty good at translating at this point. I think to be a streamer, you've got to be able to read weird names. You've got to be able to translate weird typing. You've got to be like, the barman. The barman, where they just, you come in, the people tell you that their worries and their problems. Yeah, I'm getting pretty good at all of it, but still plenty of room to go. So we have been here before. We have had this ending before. Let me just check if we've got a little Stanlerine anywhere. No. There we go.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always
This dude was very much in love with this bucket. Having a psychosexual relationship with this bucket.
When I set it down, it doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
We don't kink shame here.
Haven't figured out.
We are a
why
very
I
kink-friendly
see the
stream.
world
If it's your
so
first time here, very
differently when
kink-friendly
this
stream.
Bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so. What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes.
Let's monetize this bucket.
Unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
It's my
But I
golden
have to be
bucket.
careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get. What's that? Who's
Strange otherworldly noises. That's the bucket trying to talk to us. I'd quite like to fall down that hole without carrying the bucket. I want to see if that guy says anything else. If we don't have the bucket. Right, we've got all the collectibles that we know about. So that's good. I think we've got 4 of them now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
With or without bucket, though. Where have we been, and do we have to bring the bucket to the museum? Or did we bring the bucket to the museum? Gonna make some dough. Oh, nice. What's the dough going to be used for, Abby? If you're still here, let us know what the dough is going to be used for. What kind of dough? Yeah, we need more information. We need the food command as well. If we're talking about dough.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Dough or dough? Yeah. Right, which way do you guys want to go? I'm trying to think, what have we not done this way? Where's the new content? Is it along here? Just 2024, I've just decided is going to be my year to figure out... Oh my God, sourdough bread is so good. No worries, Aya, no worries at all. I love sourdough. Oh, it's so good for dipping. So I think
Staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
this was the way out to the car park, wasn't it? Yes, we've been out that way. With and without the bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator
He plays us
talk.
some nice music, though.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So he
Sourdough
relaxed
bagels.
and
I've not had those
relaxed
either.
with some
Mike, I'm
calming
with
new
you.
age music.
I've not had those either. He's obsessed with this latex pig toy, but I'm allergic to latex, so I wear gloves. Oh, really? Gosh, Zaya. The things we do for our babies, indeed. You're going through so much already, Zaya. That's so unfair.
Rejuvenated,
But yeah,
Stanley calmly
good job
moved forward
protecting
into the
yourself.
opened passageway.
I make bread when I'm sad. Abby. Abby. You make bread when you're sad. Abby, you're going to make me cry. We don't want you being sad. Can we get some love
Stanley
for Abby in
walked
the
straight
chat,
ahead
please?
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Let's get some love in the chat for Abby. I see. I'm tempted to go in here and try to fix it. I want to see if I can stop the countdown, but I don't know what to press yet. I need to figure it out. But we've already been this way. This is the museum. That's the saddest thing I've ever heard. Abby, oh, we love you so much, Abby. I think we're gonna. Should we try and hear again? All these hugs for Tube Sock, yes. What's the final Guardians trophy? Geo, it's the outfits. I need to get 4 outfits. How are you, Geo? I need to try and figure this one out. We need to try and figure out the countdown ending, I think. I need to figure out what buttons to push.
Lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yeah.
horrible secret
It's
did this
very
place
annoying, Gio.
hold? Stanley thought to
You
himself.
can't do
Did he
chapter
have-
select on Guardians of the Galaxy. So I can't go back in and just pick them up. I've got to play the whole game again, I think. Yeah, I've got the chapters. I've written down the chapters. So when we go to those chapters, when we do eventually replay it, I'll know where to look. But I won't know where to look, if that makes sense. They'll be in that chapter, just God knows where. But who can be sad after eating some homemade bread and it's getting me off the couch? Abby, if it's getting you off the couch, that's fair enough. That is fair enough. But
the
yeah,
strength
we
to find
appreciate
out?
you. We love you. Ask Rocket to sniff it out for you. I wish. I wish.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an
Georgie, by the way, the next time we end up going over to Steps, Step might have something he'd like to show you that you might find quite interesting. It's a little something that he's been working on in the background. It's not the museum, it's something different. But yeah, the next time we're over there, we'll see if we can get you to take a look at it.
employee in the building.
Are you still in
Stories
America,
told
Georgie? Have you
us
made your way
the
back to
lives
Europe?
of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Here we go, right. I need to figure out how we do the countdown ending. I need to figure out what it does, Gio. It does. Yes, indeed. Are you voting?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control?
If anybody else does want to vote, I'm probably gonna conclude the poll after today's stream. So yeah, it's pinned to the top of chat. This is your final day to vote on it. You're gonna pick what we're gonna be doing this week and next week. Sure, I'm back. First day of work today. Not bad. Georgie, are you working on that thing, or are you working on something new?
Job, that his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to.
I need to
believe
figure
it.
this out.
He
I want to
couldn't
end I want to
accept
stop the
his own
countdown, but I
life
don't know
in
how.
someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Still on that. Nice.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation.
Right, now how do we do
Controls
this?
labeled with
These buttons all
emotions,
get different
happy
symbols on them,
or
don't they?
sad or content.
I need to figure out what
Walking,
symbol means
eating,
what.
Working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the
Do you know what I
cold
might do?
reality
'Cause it's
of
quite a
his
dark
past
room. I'm going
began
to turn that off
sink
for a
in,
second.
Stanley decided
So you're going to get some Platinum Lounge after dark at the moment. Don't pretend that you don't like it.
this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another
But it
human
will,
life,
though. It
for
will.
he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Nibon, I love that emote so much. I'm glad you're getting some good use of it today. Yeah, all the cool kids are here today, Step 1. Everybody's here. Right, we're going to say on, and then I've got to try and figure out how to stop the countdown.
Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Staniel, I
After they
did.
kept you
All right.
enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control
Staniel,
of the
you know me
machine
at this
for
point.
yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand.
Company's moats are
there's
great.
only so much.
And it's fun watching them make them as well, Nibon, as well. It's very fun because it's normally quite a relaxed, you know, quite, I don't even know what word to use, like just informal, quite kind of like in chats, throwing in ideas as well. It's a good
that
time.
machine
It's a very
can
good
do.
time.
You were supposed to let it go.
Right.
Turn the
How do we
controls
do
off
this game?
and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun,
Right.
isn't it, Stanley?
So
It's
that's a
your
1
time to
and a
shine.
red.
You are the star. It's your story now.
Is that
Shape
right?
it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere
Active
moments
button
until the
hits.
bomb
Red
goes off.
3.
But what precious moments each one of them is.
Red
More time
3.
to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all
Oh,
this
maybe the red
means.
in
I
area
barely know
3.
where to
Let's go over
start.
to area 3.
What's
So this
that?
is where the
You'd like to know where your
button
co-workers
number
are?
3 is.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated.
So does that mean...
All right,
Oh, this
I'm
one
in a
needs
good
1.
mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
Fail safe.
I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have
Red.
to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich.
Okay.
I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next
I
go
thought I
around
might have to
will
put all
be
the
even better.
buttons
My
in
goodness,
the
only
3rd
34
area
seconds
to
left.
red, but apparently
I'm
not.
enjoying this so much. You know what?
God.
To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Red 1.
Oh, dear.
None of these are
What's
red.
the matter, Stanley?
And none of them have the number
Is it
1
that you
on.
have no idea where you're going or what
I
you're
don't.
supposed to be
I
doing
don't,
right
game,
now?
no.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen.
This
clicking
one's
on
the
every
fail
little
safe.
thing in this room.
Press any key
These
to send
numbered
power
buttons.
surge.
Oh, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything. Something here will
Incorrect.
save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video
Incorrect.
game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No. Oh, I
Do
can
you
go
really
down
believe
here.
there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution?
Probably
10,
quite a few, game.
100,
Probably quite a
1,000?
few.
I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity.
Maybe I've got to press the
And
blue
Stanley
button 3
died
times.
Again.
Because it's got a little down arrow
And
beside it.
Stanley died again.
What did these do?
And Stanley died
Oh.
again.
Just ran out of time, I think.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me,
Loaf
I
is a
will be laughing
battlefield.
at every second of your inevitable life from the
I've
moment
eaten 2
you fade in
full-size
until the
Lindor
moment I
reindeer
say,
chocolate
"Have a
today.
hurrah."
Another anecdote for the books, indeed. Me and Georgie are about to play a chess match. We will let you know the result. Oh, nice. Nice. Enjoy. Enjoy. I bet Georgie's a ringer. I bet Georgie's very good. Right, I'm not going to go back down
All
there.
his
I'm going to need to
co-workers
figure
were
out what to
gone.
do.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Have I taken the bucket down here? This is where I think we had our intervention with the rest of the characters.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Yes.
So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
He's such a dick.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right?
What was I
Was I
thinking?
thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Rustling those papers. Come on, Staniel, I've not got all day.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this
He's
way.
perfect. Absolutely perfect. So that, what's down? I'm worried about those lights. Okay.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
I'm looking at everything.
Let's get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
Staniel, don't you do it.
From the
Don't
top.
you do it. I'm going back. I'm going right back there right now. I'm going straight back there right now.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This guy, he clicks his fingers.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move
I licked them.
the story
I licked them,
somewhere, or-
Staniel. All of them.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then.
The character's quite kind of floaty. I feel like I'm on roller skates in a good way, though.
Story.
Ooh, different doors. Let's try the different doors. Is that the way I want to go? I don't want to lock myself out exactly like that. How did you get that footage, Nibbon? Nibbon, how did you get that footage of me? How did you get that?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I
Stop
find it
restarting the
unlikely
game. You're
we'll
going to give me
ever
some kind of
progress by
brain
starting
issue.
over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Welcome in, Safi. How are you? I've just been telling everybody, Safi, today is the final day where the current poll will be in effect. And as from tomorrow, the smut poll will be back in circulation. So we'll keep you informed on what the degenerates choose. I mean, what the chat and the community chooses, you know. I'm going to put this back on now. There we go. We're in a particularly dark area, so I had to turn one of the lights off. Resume the game. Oh, Safi, did you see that I did something so that you and Azaya can now contact each other as and when you should need to? Because obviously you said, you know, you're kind of a pair of needles in haystacks and you found each other. So yeah, just so in case you ever need to, I don't know, talk about
Stanley
anything or whatever.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh my.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I'm remembering this wrong.
I like how he's just like, yeah, it's
possible
worse.
The story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Good call. Let's do it. Let's go back. Have I brought the bucket on this journey? I don't think I have, you know. Next time we do this, I'll take the bucket with me.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind.
We've added each other. Going to find some time to bond over our husbands and their families soon.
Mind,
Yes,
not the
perfect.
story.
Good.
Okay, let's head
I
back.
love bringing people together. That's a really nice thing that communities can occasionally do. They can just, you know, it's not even like, oh, we live kind of fairly close. You've got such a shared kind of history. And the fact that you found each other on Twitch is just fascinating. So,
Other way,
yeah,
and
thrilled.
retrace our steps.
Graciously accepted your love. Nice. Who wouldn't graciously accept
Now
Mello's
listen.
love?
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
We were here
I don't
yesterday,
think so.
but I
can't
think
quite
we didn't.
recall.
So I think this is part of is it the confusion ending? I think we find a thing that talks about the confusion ending, but we must have detoured at some point. We didn't get the rest of it, so we're going to
Well,
pick
I
up
believe
now
my story
from where
took
we are.
place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay, we won, guys, we won.
Congratulations!
We did it.
I know
We
you've
did
put
it.
in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not
The
one
wait
of those
begins.
situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Do you know what, Safi? Something tells me you'll figure it out. Something tells me you'll look deep inside. You'll find that hidden inner depravity. Well, I say hidden, it's not quite so hidden. You'll find that depravity deep inside, and you'll just be like, yeah, I know what I need to do now. And you'll just write and write and write, and it'll be your best piece ever. Gimli Legolas. Do you want to know something? I went to school with Legolas, and I went to the same university as Gimli. Gimli was not there when I was there, but I did go to school. I think I was like 5 or 6 years below Legolas, and I met Legolas's mum actually. I was trying to buy something from her. See, I would love that, Safi. Just throw a bunch of kinks in there. Yeah, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out. You're distantly related to Orlando Bloom's mum. She is one of the most dignified, charismatic, fashionable women I've ever met in my life. She was wearing a sparkly kind of feather boa and a beret. And were it not for... Do you know what? I can't tell that story. I was trying to buy something from her, and a family member of hers intervened, and I could not buy the thing anymore. So yes, I've got beef with a member of her family. Yeah, but yes, we went to the same school, myself and Legolas. Yeah, we had the same drama teacher as well. Yeah, you're watching Lord of the Rings last night. Do you know what I'm gonna do? Do you know what? Safi, could you do me a favor? Could you drop the poll into chat? I'm not going to pin it. It will be pinned tomorrow. But if you could drop it into chat, and if people want to vote on what they would like Safi to write a smutty one-shot about, I think there are a list of loads of different fandoms. Yeah, that would be super helpful. Let me know. You might be busy, Safi. I know you've got kids and things to do and stuff, so let me know. But we'll get it back in chat. And if people want to have a little vote on... I can't remember how many we said you could vote on, but yeah, I think there are 7 fandoms to choose from. So yeah, Safi is a purveyor of smut. So yes, one of the great new additions to this community. You'll fit in so well here. Yes, here we go.
All right, I've got a solution.
Guess what my mum got me for a late Christmas gift? Now, I'm going to guess that it's something to do with Mega Man. If I had to guess, Mitch, is it something to do with Mega Man? It might not be, but that's where I'm starting. That's my starting point.
Time to make sure we don't get lost. I've employed the help.
Right, this is some great music. Are you serious? Mitch, that is so fucking cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it. That is really, really cool. Yes, we love a platinum trophy anything. Anything at all. That's very nice. Right, are we ready for the really cool music, guys? Are we ready for the really cool music? I will not veer from this adventure line. I won't do it. That's my solemn commitment to you. We're going to stay on the adventure line.
Stanley Parable.
I mean, except when it goes up the walls. I can't do anything about that.
Adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'm waiting for the music. Dum dum da dum dum dum. Bum
See,
bum ba bum
the
bum
line knows
bum.
where
It's
the
like that.
story is. It's over in this
Oh,
direction.
oh.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if
Thank you. There it is. Click on it. Vote on whatever you want, Safi, to write a smutty one-shot about. Had to hunt it down. Yeah, sorry. I probably should have grabbed it myself. Oh, do you know what, Step? When I was thinking about that last night, you can see where this box is. This is some of my Huel drink. I think I'm going to sit it about there. Yeah, I think it could actually work. I've got another neon light that somebody got me last Christmas. Safi, I've read... Safi, you might need to watch my first 2 AMAs. My first 2 AMAs are highlights, if you look down here. There was some very interesting questions. And I'm a very open book. And people were asking about all kinds of things. My kinks, certain preferences. If they didn't get me for the... If they didn't get me for the AMAs, they're not going to get me for reading out your smarts. So don't worry. I think we're safe. Running to find that. Yeah, there are 3. I think the first 2 are very smutty. I mean, well, very, very, for the AMAs. The third one's slightly less. But yeah, they're very good. They're very good. I think they were like for the 500 follower and 600 follower. I used to do an AMA every time I hit 100 follows. But I think people ran out of questions, so I kind of stopped doing them for several hundred follows.
No story there. Or to put it another way, is the
I want the
story of
music,
no
Staniel.
destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving
Staniel, we need the
forward,
walking
are we
music.
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself. Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
You give me
Now,
the
we
music and you
both
can do whatever
agree
you want.
that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right?
Mitch, I'm looking forward
Okay.
to seeing this live,
Now,
by the
if
way. I
my
really am.
experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office. Is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
He just blew his
I'd
own
like to
mind, I think.
apologise. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Oh, and do you know what? I think it might have been Sale. No, it wasn't Sale. It was Sandy. Sandy Marie asked that question as well, but I thought it was Sale. He likes an either or, a weird either or. Right, we've got the music. Let's go. Just checking, just checking. Nope. Can't veer from the line. Well, I can't go up the wall, I'm sorry to say. There we go. We're back on the line. God damn it, this desk is in the way. Can't get through. Even with double my RAM, Mello, I can't get through. Oh, got some zigzagging. Serpentine. Did I see a Baz in chat? I may have. Oh, what's down here? Oh, do you know what? There could be a collectible in here. I bet Intel's thinking to himself, I bet there's a collectible in here. Gotta be wary, gotta be vigilant. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Collectible. I'm looking for this. I bet you there's a collectible in here. I bet you any money. I bet you dollars to donuts. There's a collectible in here. Right, back on the adventure line. Dum, dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Employee 432 peer reviews. Oh my god. That's a lot of peer reviews.
Wait,
Oh, it's the
cut
fern.
music.
It's the fern.
Go back
Cut the
and
music,
look
it's the
at that
fern.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Welcome in, Baz. How are you
Sure,
doing
you'll
today?
study it closely
Hope you're
and
having a lovely,
remember it
lovely
carefully.
day.
You won't want to miss anything.
We were just on the adventure line. I couldn't stop. Couldn't stop myself. Party 7 party. Georgie won the first game. He played really well. I think if I know Georgie, I can imagine he's very, very good at the chess. At the chesses. Oh God, still. Oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
The line betrayed us. The line betrayed us. For your next AMA, we did we did a little kind of one on New Year's. It was very impromptu, last minute kind of AMA on New Year's Eve. But we might do a proper one. Maybe when I hit not 1,000 because that's going to be quite soon. But maybe when I hit 1,100, we'll do another AMA if people would like it. And what I have to have is a guest questioner, Safi. Safi. A guest questioner. No worries. I'm just implanting the idea in your head.
Line.
We might
Did
need you
know
to be
we're looking for
quizmaster.
Stanley Parable, right?
Beautiful.
The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I'll do it. I can't veer from the line. But I have to look for collectibles as well. Yeah, that's where we began. It's literally where we began. God damn it, the line betrayed us. Ugh. Oh, God.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
Line,
trusted you, after
one
everything
job.
we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Right, here we go. The line again.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
He's too
We're
omnipotent.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, okay. Dum dum da dum 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 da dum
Yes,
dum
this
dum.
is
It's not quite the
exciting.
same, is it?
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Staniel, I was going to say something smutty. I've got a smut on the brain now.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley.
I love that it said not you again, and the U, Y-O-U, had the trademark. The adventure line always has the trademark next to it, but the U, when he was implying the trademark, had the trademark. So when he was implying the line, had the trademark.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I wish we'd brought the bucket on this journey, though. We might do this exact same one again, but with the bucket, because we might get different, it might play out differently. Oh, that was when we had the intervention, wasn't it?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
We can but hope,
Okay.
Nibon. I might need to get that as like my my starting soon music.
So I know that each door has to lead
Oh.
somewhere, which means that somewhere... the
See, I'm
place where we're
programmed
trying
to follow
go,
lines, Nibon.
There must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really
Eight
how all
times?
this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me?
This is where we got
What do I
to
need
when
to
we tried
decide?
this
I don't
confusion
buy
ending
the same
yesterday. I
with
don't know
this.
if there's any more
Is it
you can
really?
actually do. Maybe this stuff is all a
No, it
lie.
can't be.
But
I
we
don't
veered
want
off
it
the
to be.
path
I
somehow.
don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer
Oh, God.
stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
Knock, knock. Knock, knock.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are.
Chair is
right
nailed to the
now.
floor.
We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
It's not moving.
Well,
I
in the
can't move it.
meantime, if you
Oh, God. Staniel, are you okay? Oh, God. Terrified to even move. Staniel? Staniel?
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
I think we need the bucket for this. I'm terrified.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Austin, welcome in. We're having a nice time. Quite relaxed. We're playing the Stanley Parable. We're going to be moving over to Power Wash Sim, probably about 45 minutes. Trying to find out some new endings.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
How has your day been so far? Are you working today? I'm sorry, I still don't have your work schedule locked into my brain. I know it's not normal. So today could be a weekend day for you for all I know. But I'm going to guess you are working today.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional... But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Sheer
The
luck.
bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty...
See,
he
this is
would
why we
be
bring in the
all right.
bucket. It's our emotional
The
support.
bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
So have we brought the bucket this way? I don't know that we have. We've brought it this way and we pressed one of the buttons. I don't know that we brought it this way.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Fair. We'll meet it head on.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
Oh, this is where we meet
As the
Staniela.
machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Goodbye, Staniel. And here is Staniela.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh. So this is the museum. But it was the Stanley Parable Museum. Is this like a
magnificent bucket.
Stanley Parable
It's
2
true
museum?
that all buckets are
Oh,
radiant
this is
in their
different.
own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a glorious bucket to
I don't
behold.
believe it. It's a bucket museum. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Georgie, well played. Well played. Sam, I've got bad news. I had 10 grand on Georgie.
Can you see how arrogant it was
Oh,
for
look at
Stanley
this.
to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more
This is a
noble than
weirdly beautiful
Stanley will
picture.
ever
I
be
don't know
in
why I
history?
find it to be such a nice picture. I just put on some Buckethead tunes. Nice, Mike. Which show, Jenko? Which show? I think that's quite cool, actually, that picture. Oh, this is like the Petruvian Man, but as a bucket. The bucket, a bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. This is brilliant. Oh my, there's a bucket up there. There's a bucket right up there. How do we get this bucket down? Maybe we see it from above. Ooh. Inferno bucket. Hello. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. That was a horrible reading. Let me do that again. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control a bucket. Invincible. That's been on my list for a while, but I haven't started it yet. All right, that's good. Let's see if there's anything up here. Oh, this is a cave painting of the first bucket, potentially. Incredible. Cave drawing. While we know that the buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. This is incredible. What a discovery.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Here we go. The hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, inevitably, is for our own good, Mike. Can I drop down into that hole, do you think? Do we think I can enter that hole? Well, we'll do some more discovery first, and then we're going to try and enter that hole from above. Let's go down here. There was another route across here, I think. Oh no, that's blocked off. There was, up here. The stress bucket and analogy. Worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, a lack of reassurance, vulnerability equals size and strength of the bucket. Coping strategies, holes. Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. Stress equals the level of water in the bucket. I think we can all learn something from that. The stress bucket presented without commentary. Right, let me see if we can drop from a great height and fall into the hole. I'll have to check out that picture a bit later. Yeah, do you know what, Sam? I got myself Amazon Prime for Christmas. I mean, for the Christmas period, not as a present. Just so the presents would arrive in good time. But I've still got it for a while. And I think I'm going to watch all of The Boys. Because I've seen season 1 and 2, but when they came out. So I've not watched it in a while. Right, do we think we're going into this hole? Oh. Oh.
But there is something we can do.
I thought we were going to drop into the hole.
Together, you and I, that will right
Go into
this
the hole,
terrible
Platt.
wrong. Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Has it, step one? Very interesting. It's a very nice bucket museum, I will say. It's a very inspirational place to be. Right.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing?
That's not what he normally says. Right.
A good bucket. A strong bucket, a humble bucket.
Hunter, welcome in, friend. Good to see you. It's going well. We're going to be playing a little bit of Power Wash Sim a bit later with some lo-fi. Who in the chat is having a day and they just need a bit of lo-fi just to take the edge off? Alan Wake novel with Amazon Prime. Nice. Nice. You have to let me know how it is. Right, so where do we want to go with the buckets? Where do we want to go?
Stanley
Excuse me.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I have a suggestion, guys. There is a bucket destroying machine. And what do we think about destroying the bucket? How do we feel about that? Some lo-fi relaxing. Austin, me too. If I'm feeling, I've got two modes, Austin. There's lo-fi, and then there's synthwave. Lo-fi is my favorite nowadays, Mike. Exactly the same. Not the bucket. I'm thinking step one, we might need to do it for maybe something new to happen. I need many things right now, but I'll take lo-fi and virtual cleaning. Good, good, good. We'll provide that to you a little bit later. I
This
think we're
was
going to
not
take the
the direct way
buckets.
to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
I think this is the way we go for
And
the
here it
destruction
was,
as well.
at the bucket
Oh,
tap.
and sorry, one more reminder. We are back to multi-streaming today. We are streaming to Twitch and YouTube today. So that's something I really, really like to do. It's something I've always done, but I haven't done it for the past 2 months because I was having some issues. But I've upgraded my RAM today, so we now stream to both locations. And yeah,
Was
just
this
in case
blow
anybody isn't following me
to
on
the
YouTube,
mind? The bucket was wrong. Stanley took
there is my YouTube. Please consider following. And yeah, I put loads of shorts up there, and commenting on them, liking them, engaging with them in any way does help the algorithm. So it would be really appreciated.
the door on his left.
I
to
actually
go
put up
back to the
4
meeting room.
shorts yesterday, all about the Stanley Parable as well. So no worries, Austin. We'll catch you soon. Right, I
So
think
the
this
two
is
of
how
them
we destroy the
detoured through
bucket.
The maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
There we go. Step 1, engaging. Thank you, Step 1. I appreciate you. Good to see you over there. Dropping in a few hearts as
Good,
well.
Stanley.
Love it.
I'm glad you
I love
found
it, love
your
it, love
way
it.
here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
It's the intervention.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
The broom
It's
closet.
this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the
Oh,
ones
look
that
at the
matter, Stanley.
baby.
Classic
Look at the
characters from
baby.
the first game, like the adventure line.
I wonder
and
how
the
old that
broom
baby is
closet.
now.
Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the adventure line? We could make the adventure line go somewhere new.
Yeah,
Yes,
let's do that.
yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Get ready for the music, everybody. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate you. Yeah, like I said yesterday, I put on 4 Stanley Parable shorts, and between them, they got 6,000 views in about 2.5 hours. So yeah, just any engagement always helps the algorithm. Right, are we...
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next?
Hunter, hello.
and
Good to
played
see you,
some
friend.
silly music as well.
Thank you for your... Oh, we've got the music. We've got the music. YouTube is slightly delayed in comparison, but that's all right. Thank you for the follow.
This is what the
We gotta be more
Stanley
subtle.
Parable
I don't want them to know that we're
Don't you
thinking about them.
remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
We're going to do it this time, everybody. We're going to do it. It's time for... the bucket has served its purpose. We can always restart the game, so the bucket's not gone.
That's why I'm very proud
it's gone
to
for now.
introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Hello, Bucket Destroyer. Lovely to meet you.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich
Mellow,
lore
we're
of the
kicking the
Stanley
bucket.
Parable. True, it also was not in the original game,
We are
but it's
kicking
such a
the bucket.
well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the
Look at the
machine.
bucket, it's looking at us. It's terrified.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know
Look at it,
what the
look at
Bucket
it.
Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows.
The bucket is like,
That
no,
is
bro.
its
No, 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 no.
personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity.
It's not gonna work
and
anyway,
nuance
Mello.
that it's really like
The bucket's
10
gonna survive.
personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Did you see him looking back? Just peeping back. The bucket lives, everybody. The bucket lives.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment
It's alive. The
in time,
bucket's
you were
alive.
here.
Don't worry. The bucket's alive.
You were.
The bucket destroyer, not so much. Fade to black. Thank you. I've just seen somebody's been commenting on my YouTube shorts that I'm getting little pop-ups, notifications. Thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply the embrace of an old
The
friend.
bucket's alive,
A
everybody.
weathered companionship.
20 trophies today. What were you playing? Game of Phoenix. What were you playing? Hello, I heard you were doing a Stanley Parable and had to drop by. I won't be able to stay for long, but still, I love this game. Well, thanks for coming in. Welcome in. Tell us something a bit about you. Tell us a little bit about you, is what I meant to say. Welcome in. Yes, I've seen this played several times. Gold. Hello, Gold. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. How's work going? Oh no, you're traveling today, aren't you? Yes. Welcome in though. Good to see you. We're playing some Stanley Parable. I've seen people play it. We're just having a go, see if we can find any interesting pathways to go. And yeah, in about maybe 45 minutes, we're going to be moving over to Power Wash Simulator. Returning home today. Nice. Well, I hope you have a safe journey. And yeah, looking forward to seeing some more Golge streams in the future. Zaya, yeah, good call. But yes, LPS for the win. If you want to tell us anything about you. I come from the land of King Gildan. I'm studying game development. Also, it's very wet outside. It is. Are you from the UK? Because it has been raining sideways where I am. But thank you for being here. King Gildan is a very good friend of this community. King Gildan and I have signed the treaty, and our two communities will be bound forever, for 1,000 years.
A bunch of cows on the field.
Oh, I love cows.
Very wet in the Kingdom of United. It is indeed. Yes, I'm down in the southeast. You don't need to tell me where you're from, but yeah, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, crap. Run for your life, little baby cow.
We're going to get some great clips here. Intel, yeah, a sniper rifle for Intel or a jump scare. This is a sniper rifle. I'll quickly pop out one of these as
Any
well.
more for any more at this point?
Hello,
Oh.
Dilly. Good to see you. Dilly and LPS here together. King Gildan's clan is descending upon us. Always a pleasure to see some of King Gildan's community.
Okay, what I don't understand is how frequently do I need to spank the horse to get the speed that I want? Do I need to spank it like all at once?
How much spanking?
Do I need to spank it gradually? Like, how do I need to spank it?
My old spanking clip.
Throwing
There it
hard
is.
potatoes? No. I know, this is potato abuse.
I might need to... Oh, I'll tell you who I can... Oh, Zaya beat me to it. Norwegian-made rifle, by the way. Nice. Very nice. I broke my wrist. Dilly, what were you doing?
This was kind of sus, but...
What were you doing?
It's nothing.
I'm sorry to hear you broke your wrist. At this time of the year as well, the cold getting into that wrist is not going to be great. Sorry to say.
Look,
How are you,
trying to figure
Dilly?
out Daddy Jack's tail
What happened?
over here.
I know, preach it.
You know what I get in the brig?
LPS,
Sad
tell
as
me about
hell.
what kind of
Amen,
games you like
sister.
to
Let me out.
do you like to play
All
as
I
well? Let's
have
get to know
is
each other a
this
bit
book and
better.
We feel for you.
But seriously, thank you for stopping by. So many clips, yes. Yes, we tend to do them these days in like a big wad. All at the same time. Lots of lovely streamers and lovely people. Follow all of them. They're all great. I don't know people that aren't great. I don't hang around with people that are anything less than, great. Fell at work, right? Where there's a blame, there's a claim, Dilly. Is this a work-related injury? Are you going to be suing people for millions? Puzzle games. LPS. So I recently been playing Talos, the Talos Principle 1, the Talos Principle 2, Viewfinder, and there was another puzzle game, wasn't there? I can't remember what the other one was. But yes, I've been playing a few puzzle games recently. My favourite one is The Witness. Have you played The Witness? Like sandbox games too, nice. Another singing one. I'm beginning to think they're all singing ones, Safi. Just if you are just coming in, basically if you're LPS or Dilly, we're doing a vote at the moment, so you can decide what I'm playing the rest of next week and into next week as well, because there aren't any new games coming out anytime soon. So we're going to be revisiting a few of the ones from the autumn. So yeah, by all means, please feel free to not the Daddy Jack clips. I tried Talos 1 and Viewfinder. The Witness I played, but I got annoyed by it. I spent most of it following a guide. Fair. The final puzzle in that is devastating. Do you know what? I've actually meant to put the final puzzle as a be right back screen, but I think it's about a 10-minute clip. So I streamed it many a year ago. Nice. Prince of Persia, Sam. Yes, we're going to be streaming Prince of Persia day 1, Skull and Bones day 1, the new Tomb Raider trilogy remaster day 1. So yeah, plenty to look forward to. LPS, thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. LPS, are you streaming now? Like, are you still a streamer? You said you streamed it many a year ago. Are you still a streamer? If so, would you like a video shout out? We ask. Well, Zaya's got me into good habits of asking people whether they want a video shout out or a different kind of shout out, because some people don't like video shout outs. We're going to stream at some Faz. Yeah, by all means, give them a video shout out. I'm going to get the Tomb Raider trilogy if you can save any time. Yeah, I think that would be really nice.
The wrong way in mirrors.
Very nice indeed.
Are they? Mirror.
Oh shit, they are.
Right, where are we taking the
Oh, that's
buckets?
probably because the way they made this room, they couldn't flip that image over.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
Oh,
the
Jesus
door
Christ!
Right, guys, left or right? What are we thinking? Still Wakes the Deep. Oh, yeah. We're going to be playing that for sure. Definitely going to be playing that. I'm just trying to think, where have we not taken the bucket? Where have we not taken the bucket? I think we've taken the bucket most places. Everybody what's left, okay. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Mission status. Oh, these are the collectibles. These are the collectibles. And I didn't realise they tell you where to find them. Somewhere both red and blue. I know where that is. And a private but smelly place for an important person. I know where that is as well. Yes, nice one, Abby. Yes. Doing it properly. On release hour. Which one are you playing on release hour? If I pre-order games, I have to play it the second it drops. Yeah. Gotten into this game. Good question. We've got a few different endings, I think. Not entirely sure. There must be a point. So the red and blue are if we go right. So the private but smelly place is this way. But I don't know how we get in the door. I'm not entirely sure how we get in the door.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
I've got
upstairs to the boss's
a purple
office.
cast with a blue and purple sparklers. I have an unhealthy obsession with this game, just so you're right. Nice. I'm beginning to get one myself, actually. What I would really like to be doing, LPS, is having like a notebook. I'm writing down everything as I go, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm not smart enough to have done that. I think it's in here, but how do we get in here? Oh, we just open the fucking door. Okay, there you are.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've
Nice.
nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very
my
soon,
God.
you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it.
Nice.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to
So,
when you had
LPS,
no
did you call
Figler
your
and
narrator
Marines.
anything?
None of us can.
When you played it? We have christened ours Staniel, and the female voice is Staniela. And yes, just so you know, I've got a purple cast with blue and purple sparkles, glitter, nice. Grabs the bucket with one hand, obviously. It's going to be a really good horror game. Yes, I will be definitely going to be playing that. Now, I saw the trailer for that a long time ago, and I really wanted to play it, but I was told it was going to be an Xbox exclusive. So we've got quite lucky. I think they've changed that, and it will be coming out on PlayStation, thankfully. It drops in a couple of months. It's going to be one of those games that appear on the store spontaneously. Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing that one. It's on the list. It is very much on the list. Do you know what I want to do? I want to go get the final one. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. I think before we play Power Wash Sim, I'm going to get the other collectible. Because we know where it is now. Nice. Happy January to you also, Dilly. I got my, I think I called him Nary at some point. It's nice. Nary the narrator. Got my bucket, I got my Stanley, I got my plunger. Life is good. I'm going to purchase an Xbox Series S. Really? Oh, that's interesting, Sam. Interesting indeed. I can hear Staniel like singing along or humming along. I'm all about the PC gaming now. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. What were you used to be? Or what did you used to play on if you're about the PC gaming now? Did you pivot over from Xbox? My work got new sink and toilet plungers and I immediately thought of you. Can we... Are we... Is this the same place? God damn it. God damn it. We can't go through there. We've been in there. Is there anything else we can do? Was that the whole purpose of that? Is just for nothing to happen? It's quite fun though. I bet you there's a trophy for being in this lift for about half an hour. if I know this game, it did a bamboozle. If I know this game, there'll be a trophy for being in here for like half an hour or something. I've not looked at the trophy list yet. I never do until I get 60% of the trophies. But yeah. I like that you can hear Staniel just singing along. Yeah, because I always think if I look at the trophy list, it will just... I'll play the game a certain way, so I don't do it anymore. A big PS boy for a while, although I heard the PS5 controller is nice. Xbox Series X controller is pretty good too. Yeah, the haptic feedback is just like nothing I've experienced before. Time for my first break. Austin, congrats. I just realised you'll be streaming on my birthday. I will be indeed. I will be.
To his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him, always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind.
I did notice
Stanley
it.
guessed the correct
By
code
sheer luck. Yeah, we know.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is
it's weird to think this game was a mod for Half-Life. And now it's a cult classic. How interesting. Hellblade 2 won't be released on PS5. Oh, is it only going to PS4? That's very weird. I loved Half-Life, but I've never heard of this. Interesting. Right, I think what we're going to do is go to the countdown room. And we're going to stop the countdown with the bucket, which we haven't done before, I don't think. So hopefully something interesting may happen. Hellblade? Oh, I'm thinking of Helldivers, Sam. Sorry, I'm thinking of Helldivers. Is that the name of that new game coming out, Helldivers?
Walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Excuse me.
Control Facility.
Right, let's go. Oh, have I still got the bucket? I do. Right, we're going to press all these buttons and then we're going to turn off the mind control.
Lights rose on an enormous
Yeah, that's the
room
one I thought you were
with
talking about.
television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
That's the bit we walk out on if we go the other route. It's quite funny. I wish I had that lift music still playing. Or the adventure music. Maybe the adventure music would be better.
Stanley nearly dropped the bucket.
Everyone
in the office was being videotaped.
Do you know what, Abby? Because we're going to be streaming on your birthday, I might get myself a small cake as well, and I will eat it, you know, to wish you the best birthday possible. It'll feel like I'm there with you having cake. I think that's the best thing. I can't progress in Unwritten 2 due to utter fear. Sam, I gotta be honest, I consider myself to be a scaredy cat. That game and the first one, they didn't even register for me. You need to, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need to get some friends over to help you. I've heard about the 10-year one at LPS. Seems like a great excuse to eat cake. Maybe I'll get cheesecake, Abby. Maybe I'll get some cheesecake. What we'll do is everybody in the stream on Abby's birthday, which is the 17th of January, we've all got to bring cake. Yeah, we all need to have cake that day. Everybody brings cake, and then at some point, maybe like an hour in, we'll all sing happy. Well, I was gonna say we'll all sing happy birthday. I will sing happy birthday on all of your behalves, and then we can all eat cake. And then maybe I may have a Discord up and running by then, and we can all send in pictures of our cake potentially. And my cake of an hour. If anybody wants to eat cake, or if anybody wants to take a bite out of somebody's ass, then either will suffice. Either will be okay. You want to take a bite out of somebody's ass? You want to take a bite out of a cake? 17th of January. That's right, isn't it, Abby? 17th of January? Yeah, we're all bringing cake. I would cry, honestly. We're all going to bring cake, yeah. I'm surprised Unlike 2 isn't scary for you. Alan's parts are fine, but Saga's sections make me screech. You should be streaming this, Sam. It'd be great content. Can I do both? Mellow, you absolutely can. You can put cake on cake and take a bite of cake. I have maybe potentially in the past actually done that. Yeah, that's a little fact about me that nobody wanted to know. Platinum endorses human eating. Orcs. There's human eating. There's human eating. Jan 17th. Let's put it in our calendars. Cake for Abby. I definitely wanted to know that. Yeah, got a bit. We had a bit of fun with some icing, so you know, might have to. Sam, if you're screeching with Alan Wake 2 on stream, people would flock to see it. People love to see the streamer make an idiot out of themselves, be scared shitless. Yeah, the big reactions are what they want, you know. Yes.
Like guinea pigs.
Right, here we are. Sorry if I missed any chats, by the way. Feel free to post them again.
And it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently.
I'm pretending we're on the adventure line. So who's interested in seeing a little bit of Power Wash Simulator as well? Who likes Power Wash Sim here?
What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
The RAM seems to be holding up well. We are multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch, and it's holding together. No reason at all.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in
Gonna make sure I do my very best in on a few. Yes, nice.
Squeeze the bucket tighter.
I got my mother wanting to play Power Wash. That's so cool, LPS. That's really cool. I love that. Do you know what? I think if I got a console or a game for my dad, he'd probably want to do some kind of like hunting game. You know, when like you're out in the wilderness, that kind of thing. He's quite an outdoorsy person. I will need the moral support. Just let me know when. I'll be there to watch. Yes, we're going to see Sam do some screaming for Alan Wake 2. Sam can teach me how to play the game as well. Yeah, I had no problem except the bullet management. I feel like I need to experience the thrust of 1,000 soldiers. I may have said that. Yeah.
The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
It's possible.
Happy,
I may have said that.
Or content.
Now, if anybody can tell me what game that is referenced to, you'll be a 3,000 IQ individual.
Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and
turning it
commanded
off.
from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
Tetris or Bejeweled. You know, Austin, I did wonder what territory Bejeweled was. But thank you for clarifying. Title, Screaming for Alan.
that this machinery would never again exert its
Screaming
terrible
Alan's
power
name.
over another human life.
Right, off.
For he and the...
We've never done this with the bucket before.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over?
Was it over?
Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine.
We did
Freedom
it,
was
guys,
now
we did
mere
it.
moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss...
Intel, great remembering, great knowledge, yes. Or were you there? Maybe you weren't there and you're just remembering because you played the game recently. As soon as the character said it, I smiled and thought of it. Did you, Intel? That means a lot to me. I love that.
They wanted to live.
Yeah,
Once they
it's a good
stepped
line.
through this massive
Even though that guy's a villain, I think he's a great character. He reminds me of the bad guy from one of the two bad guys from Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It might be an old reference to a lot of people. I love that YouTube video. I need to find and share it with Platt. Ooh. Reminds me of the rodent that screams Alan. I've not heard of that. No, I've not seen that one. But what a great time to plug my YouTube, if anybody wants to follow. To teach you the ways of Alan Wake 2 platform. I might be on the pause menu for most of the time. Right.
The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Amazing.
Begin watching
So you're going to have to whisper it to me because it'll be gone and I'll forget all about it.
And begin watching it in reverse from
Thank you,
again.
thank you, Zaya. I
True,
appreciate
was
it. You're a great
simple
friend and a great
ambition,
help.
But it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
LPS. We now know who Patient Zero was.
What? Wait. What was happening?
The door
Why had
stopped.
The door stopped. Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
Oh no.
Even the facility
Oh, it's going back
itself
up.
recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket.
I mean, I can't see the bucket.
Trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay with
Humanity isn't ready for the bucket.
Stanley
Austin,
thought.
you are completely
Very soon
correct.
now, he was about to find out.
Step 1. I'm wondering if that desk, when it eventually gets made, might need a bucket on it. It might need a bucket on it. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the final collectible.
Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and the bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both.
It most certainly does. Yeah, I think it might be necessary. Yeah, we want to go this way. We want to go jump. We're going to get the final collectible. I don't think anything's going to happen, but...
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
To the doors.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
No,
said the bucket.
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
I used to have a bucket IRL that looked just like this one. I'm only now realizing I haven't seen it since we moved.
The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go good.
Well, you know what happened to it now.
Now
Thank
ride
you.
the
Somebody
lift
just
all the
voted
way
on
to
the
the
poll.
top.
Thank you.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket
Such a
was
tragic
speaking to
loss.
him. It should have alarmed
Your
him,
loss
because
was
we could-
Stanley's game, Zaya. Your loss was
Buckets
Stanley's
can't
game.
talk, but Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Normally the narrator says something when I drop down from there. Right, we're locked in. We all want a bucket. Bucket sales are going to go through the roof. Well, they probably did go through the roof. This
Stop.
isn't...
Look there on the wall. You see,
an
there's a
older
sign
game.
right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley,
Where does it
how
say
could
that?
you think it was
Oh, it
okay
does
to
say
put a
that.
bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
This is a
I suppose
hat.
that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This
Enjoy, Sam. Good
misunderstanding
luck.
could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Yeah, this is
So
a metal
much of the
hat.
impact of the story
Or maybe a
depends
helmet.
on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
No worries. Be safe, Zaya. Be safe. It's a crown. Oh God. Where does this go? Oh my God. Is this a bucket? It's a game
Now
show.
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not.
Right. I'm going to let chat vote on this. I'm going to let chat vote. We've got red and we've got green. You can tell me if you think this is or is not a bucket. Mr. L is so sweet. He jumped on the couch and decided he wanted cuddles. Best kitty around. Best kitty around indeed. I like the, you sometimes call him Early as well. Wasn't it Early or Mr. Early? I like that. Right, you guys are going to vote what is or is not a bucket. These are universal Twitch emotes, okay? So you might have to do a bit of scrolling. You might be able to copy and paste them. I don't know. But you're deciding what is or is not a bucket. Are we ready?
Bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Right.
Item 1. Is this a
Right.
bucket?
Is that a bucket? LPS says no. Early boy Burgle. I like that. Miss Mellor also says no. Any more votes about whether this is or is not a bucket? Got 2 no's. I think the no's have it, unless anybody wants to quickly jump in.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Ooh.
Not an actual bucket.
Okay.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Is right. Can I go closer to it? Can we get a closer look, or are we kind of trapped up here? LPS and Mellor both say yes. Step 1 also says yes. I can't get any closer to it.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Good attempt, guys. Good attempt. Balls. This is a bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Right, what do we think? How could we not have seen that? Indeed, LPS. And I thought you said you were a pro at this game. Unbelievable. I'm just joking. Right, let me give you some more angles. We've got 2 no's, 1 yes. Can we see that? Are these angles helping you? What do we think? I think it's 2-1.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
This is a bucket. Redeemed yourself, though, LPS. Redeemed yourself. Oh.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Now, I'm not even going to let you guys vote on this, because if I've ever seen a bucket, there it is.
Are you hallucinating?
I really thought that was a
It's
bucket.
an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to?
I mean, that looks very... Look at the thing I'm carrying. And that, they look exactly the same.
Move on to the next one.
They look exactly the same.
Is this a bucket?
It's another bucket, right? It's another bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
That was the same as the last one. I was scammed on the last one.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Right. Guys, you're voting again. This is back on you. It holds water somewhere. And is that not the literal definition of a bucket? Hello. We've got 1 for... Oh! The step household is divided. Abby and LPS, we're going to need you to step in here. LPS says yes. I think we're 2-1 to the yeses at the moment. Abby? Abby also says yes.
Trick question. Both.
Oh, God. Trick question, both. Oh, sorry, that was Austin. Oh, sorry, you're both in pink. I apologise, Austin. Abby said yes anyway. Staniel?
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something. And
Staniel, I'm so
nothing
sorry.
Could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
What do we think, guys? What do we think? Do we think that nothing is a bucket? Step 1 says yes. Nothing can be a bucket. So we've got 2 for yes. Air can be a bucket. Air carries water. I think we're pretty much unanimous in this one.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket? Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
Is he a bucket?
I'm
Is
losing
Staniel a
myself, and
bucket?
myself was all I ever
Guys,
had
is
to begin
Staniel a bucket? This is an important one. This is defining. Is Staniel a bucket? Austin says no. He's a bucket of bullshit, says LPS. Staniel is a bucket. Oh my god, we're so split here. So we've got 1 for no. We've got 2 for yes, Mitch and Abby. I think the yeses have it.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
Oh.
I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
The buckets are going.
Here we go.
Step 1 is so chaos.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket?
Everything was a bucket.
Oh my god, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
My stomach is a bucket. I think what we're going to do is speed run this, get the collectible, and then head over to Power Wash Sim. But we will definitely come back to this at some point in the future.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No, we're not stopping.
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business.
I keep interrupting
Stanley
him because
took
I'm
the
going
first
quickly.
Open door on his left.
No. Oh, LPS, no spoilers. No spoilers.
It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Right, let's go over here.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
So yeah, I think the red and blue door are going to be down here. Stanley, when he found that he wasn't a
Trusting someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really?
Really?
In the middle of something, do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that
Right, that's where the
convinced that I want
bucket story
something
happens.
bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Here we go. Right.
Let me prove it.
So an area with red and blue. Ooh, hello.
Give me a chance. And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly.
He's called them something different every time.
This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted.
What's the worst
that a
collectible
job well
you've
done
ever had in
is
a
its
computer
own
game?
reward. I would tell you that I'm proud
I
of
enjoy
you for collecting
Figgly's
them,
more
but that would be
than
like a reward,
Standler.
and we can't have that. So
They're all good
instead
fun.
I'll just say it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for
Yes, the
figurines.
worst collectible any of you have ever pursued in a game.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm trying to actually think, which door did we go through last time? Did we go through the blue door last time?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time?
I think the blue one
problem
might
is
have been
all
a dead
these
end.
choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Korok seeds. Really? Oh.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Yeah, it says Austin
Don't
as
you
well.
See that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think, well, I think I have a
900.
solution here.
I think there are 780 collectibles in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. 780.